All right, we're live. We are live. Today is... I'm charging my phone. I don't know what today is. Tuesday, October 3rd. Welcome back to It Says Bryce Bud podcast in the bottom right there, or bottom left, however you want to do it. We're changing it. I think we're going to go off the bench or from the clouds or from the mountains. Just spitballing. I like off the bench. I did look around on, social media and getting the handles. That might not work, so we're gonna put a little twist on it, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get there. But we're going with off the bench. But right now we're going Bryce Bud podcast. I have 4 pages of notes here. We're going through college games. We're going through maybe not every college game, but the games. I really have 2 games here. Honestly, I have 2 games here. It's just talking about them. We're going through every NFL game, and then just some other things that are going on right now. The OT, the other things, the headlines, what's going on, NBA Media Day. We got people talking their shit. We got Mr. Beast. We'll get there, but Mr. Beast is on this sheet right now. We got Tom Brady. We got the Las Vegas Sphere, embrace debate kind of thing. But let's get into it. We're going terrible take Tuesdays. I don't know if we're going to start running with that, but I kind of like it the way it feels. Just get some wild takes out there. But that is for the future. We're living in the present though, okay? Let's talk some college games. I have 2 games on here that I kind of want to talk about, or 3. We'll just keep going. USC at CU. Nothing but points, and more points. It was a crazy game. Caleb Williams is a dog. Some are murmuring back-to-back Heisman. I can see it. I can personally see it. What all I care about from this weekend is that CU covered. If they don't play like poop in that first half, they might win this game. Now, I am on record of saying that they would win the Oregon game or the CU game. I was wrong. Whatever. You take your shot. Sometimes it doesn't hit. Sometimes you're hitting someone else off in the corner. You just, boop, no look, hit someone else. But nevertheless, let me fix this. They covered. I took the 21. I fell for it again. I was worried. I was extremely worried in that first half. I thought they were going to boat race again. I thought they were going to score 10, 14 points. I mean, it's crazy. Caleb Williams in the first half, let me put this out there, 16 for 19, 248 yards, and 4 TDs. Back-to-back. That's a back-to-back kind of stat right there. He finished 28 of 34 with 374 yards and 6 TDs. 6 TDs? Come on. I mean, I know a lot of NFL teams are tanking right now to try to get Caleb. Broncos being one of them. Maybe the Bears. Cardinals, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But he is a guy. He is the guy right now. He's the number 1 guy. I like him. I want him. We'll get there when we start talking the NFL games about the Broncos and all that kind of stuff. But I want him. I want him in that orange and blue. Meaning the Broncos, not the Bears. Fuck the Bears. There were a lot of celebs, a lot of scouts out at the game. I mean, Caleb is the number 1 prospect in the nation right now. Coming out of college, obviously. Number 1 quarterback, number 1 player. Going to be first round, number 1. But there are rumors going around that he's not going to come out because he can make more money playing college football at USC. And he doesn't want to go play for a poop franchise. Now, I don't think the Broncos are poop. I think they got a lot of talent. A list came out, the teams he wants to play for. The 49ers were on the list. That's all I saw. I was like, okay, man. I think every quarterback in the league wants to go play for the 49ers. They don't get hit. They run a good offense. It's a 2-read offense. If it's not there, you dump it off to Christian McCaffrey or Debo. I think everyone wants that. So I saw that list. I kind of just chuckled. I was like, okay, man. Yeah, like they're going to draft you. They better give up the entire offense to draft you. Let's give a shout out, though, to the Colorado receiver. I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Omarion Miller. He had 7 catches, 196, and a tutty. Go off. No Travis Hunter, so someone's got to step up. Omarion Miller stepped up. Apologies if I pronounced it wrong, but he stepped up. Good for Colorado. A lot of light. People are coming after Deion. I don't know the rest of their schedule. They end with Utah. I don't know how that's going to play out, but I know the next few games are going to be, they should win. They should win. Let me put that out there. They should win. I don't know if they're going to, but they should. Okay? Next game, Michigan absolutely smacked Nebraska. Smacked them. It wasn't even close. I think it was, I didn't even write the score down. I just put smacked. I think it was like 42-6. Nebraska. I think Nebraska will eventually come back and be a respectable college football team, but you're not on Michigan's level. Michigan showed why they're the number 2 team in the country. They ran it down their throat all day long. All day long. It wasn't even close. I saw 14 points go up, and I was like, oh, this is over. Nebraska cannot keep up with what Michigan was putting out there. That's all we got to say on that. Michigan, I took the line, and I'm so happy I did because it was 17. It should have been closer to 20. 20-point line, 25-point line. I mean, they won by 30+. So, I don't know. Michigan is a fucking wagon right now. They look so good. Texas, 5-0. 5-0. You know, last time they won 5-0, they won the Natty. Texas is back. I think this is a really good team. They can make the playoff. Now, how far they go in the playoff, I don't know. I think they can compete because I don't know how strong Georgia is. We saw Michigan smack Nebraska. Georgia hasn't played anyone, won't play anyone probably till the SEC championship, which who knows who that's going to be. But I mean, Texas looks good. They look good. They play Oklahoma this week. I'm excited for that game. I don't know how it's going to go because Oklahoma is looking pretty good. They're putting up numbies. I still like Texas in the matchup. We will get to our picks and previews and talking about the games next on Thursday. So we'll wait for that. But good for Texas for being 5-0. They look solid. They look good. Quinn Ewers is a guy. I was wondering, is Quinn Ewers going to come out this year, or does he have another? I think he's technically a junior this year. You think he's going to come back for another year, or is he going to try to go to the NFL? Is he going to try to get in the draft class? I think he's going to play another year, personally. I mean, I think he's going to play another year for sure. Notre Dame squeaks by Duke. Notre Dame squeaks by Duke. I watched the game. Duke is a respectable football team now. Somehow, some way, they made it a respectable football team. Notre Dame, I thought they were going to come out with a little more firepower. I just, these last 2 weeks from Notre Dame, I just haven't seen what I wanted from them to kind of put them over the top. I think they're good. I think they're really good. I think they're, top 10. They're top 10 for a reason. Top 5, maybe 8. Top 8 for a reason. It just, look, Duke is good. I will say that. They're a respectable football team now. But when you're Notre Dame, you just lost to Ohio State. You got to come out with some piss and vinegar, man. You got to go out there and put it down their throat. Pause. But I'm just saying that you need to come out there and whoop their ass. Okay? That's what I'm saying. You just lost a heartbreaker to Ohio State. And I was just expecting a little more. Maybe I'm underselling how good Duke is. Maybe I'm undervaluing how good Duke is. But I think Notre Dame is better than them, way better than them. They just came out flat, I think. I don't know. But good for Notre Dame. They won. They covered. Utah needs Cam Rising back. I took Utah in this game. They played Oregon State, Ugalandale. Played pretty good. But Utah needs to get Cam Rising back. That's the only way they're going to really make a deep run this year. Those quarterbacks, their backup quarterbacks aren't bad. But I think Cam Rising puts them at a different level, and I think they're going to be even better. Maybe make a big bowl game at the end of the year. I don't know. That Utah defense is legit, though. Is legit. No doubt legit. The last thing I have written down here is that viral clip that went crazy around Twitter. It was a 4th down play in the Baylor and the UCF game. The UCF quarterback drops back. He's a lefty, too. And he's just run. I mean, he drops back 20 yards, touches the end zone, goes feet in the end zone, runs about another 10 yards forward, pipes it's 4th down, FYI. He pipes one of his receivers. The receiver is short of the marker, breaks a tackle, gets the first down. Absolutely crazy. Go look it up if you didn't see it. It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So good. I don't know who won that game. I didn't bet on it, but good for UCF. Now, that was college. Okay, that's all I had from college. I won some money. Actually, I went 500 in college bets this week. I only bet 6 games. Went 3-3. Not the best record. We're gonna get better. NFL 8-6-1. Okay, about 500. And it was a good week in the NFL. It was a good week in the NFL. We kind of figured out some teams. We kind of figured out a lot of teams. We're at the point in the season where it's like, oh, these guys stink. These guys are still in the middle of the pack. They're figuring it out. And these guys are poo-poo. Okay? Poo-poo, middle of the pack. These guys are really good. And then there's those couple teams above that are like, oh, they could win it all. Really, like tomorrow. They could go 16-0. 49ers. We'll start with the London game. The Falcons, 7. Jaguars, 23. London got right. It was a Toy Story game. I wanted to click on the Toy Story link, but I was like, I saw clips on the internet. I saw clips on Twitter. I was cool with it. I was like, that looks interesting. That would be cool if I was a kid and I was watching football and I was a big Toy Story fan. But I just saw the clips on Twitter. Or X, whatever you want to call it. Now, Desmond Ridder is not the guy. Let's just put it out there. He is not the guy. He is a ultimate game manager. He reminds me of, well, it doesn't remind me of anyone, but he's going to end up being a backup quarterback in the league, which is no harm, no foul. Backup quarterback might be the best job in America. But nevertheless, he's not the guy. He can't get the ball around. You got Bijan Robinson, who had a nasty juke. You have Kyle Pitts, where is Kyle Pitts? Where is he? Throw him the ball. Get him open. Drop some plays for him. Because that guy is a freak athlete. He is 6'5", 6'6", moves like a receiver, and he's 240. I don't know how much he weighs, 220? I really don't know how much he weighs, but he's a tight end. Get him the ball. He's a freak. I just don't get it. They have a lot of good talent. I don't want to say they're a quarterback away, but as of right now, if they had, I don't know, a good quarterback, they'd be in a lot of these games. Now, Falcons aren't bad. They're a frisky team in my mind. They're going to win at home majority of the time, depending on who they're playing. If they're playing an average team, they're probably going to win at home. A good team, probably not winning at home. This is the Jags' home field. The rumors are that they're trying to get the Jags to London. I hate it. I don't like it. I think they need to stay in Jacksonville. But this game for the Jags was a lot bigger than the Falcons because the Jags were 1-2. You can't go 1-3. You're 500 now. You got right. It was a get right game. So guess what? You got right. This is what I need to see from the Jags going out. They need to go out there. I mean, they didn't dominate the game, but you never really felt like they were ever going to lose it. They kind of felt in control. Does that make sense? It was just always under their control. That's what it was. You knew they were going to win. Now, they did cover, so good for you, Jacksonville. But I'm expecting big things for the Jags from the rest of the season. I think they lost those 2 games. They're going to get better. They're going to go out there, whoop some ass every once in a while, and then they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs. I don't know how deep, but they're going to make a run in the playoffs. That's my prediction. Next game. Dolphins 20, Bills 48. Bills are back to being a wagon. The overcast. I took the Bills and I took the over. The Bills looked unbeatable. You could kind of tell that the Dolphins, kind of had a hangover, like, oh, we dropped 70 last week on the Broncos, which doesn't mean shit. But it just seemed like they had a little bit of a hangover from it. It just didn't feel right. The Bills had their number. I think the Bills. This was the best chance to beat the Bills. Okay, if I was a Dolphins fan, because the later you go on in the year, say you guys meet in the playoffs somehow, some way, it's good, and it's going to be in Buffalo. It's going to be a cold weather game. I like the Bills in that matchup 10 times out of 10. Actually, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say 9 times out of 10. Josh Allen had 5 TDs and 4 incompletions. That is crazy. That is crazy. Good for Josh Allen. I mean, he had that terrible game against the Jets in week 1. He came back. It was like, okay, they're kind of getting their footing back. This solidified it for me that the Bills are at the top of that division. They are going to win that division more than likely. And Josh is the guy. Josh is the guy. I'm still mad at the Broncos for drafting Bradley Chubb over Josh Allen. But I'm going to take that one. I'm going to carry that one with me for the rest of my life. I'm just going to. It's going to carry with me. It still irks me to this day. But what do I know? What do I know, right? What do I know? Dolphins look human. Not their best game, but they look human. They'll bounce back next week. I don't know who they play next week, but I'm probably going to take the Dolphins regardless. Bills, yeah. I mean, they look Super Bowl contenders, right? Super Bowl contenders. Always are, especially with Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs had the Stone Cold Steve Austin celebration, too. Good for him. Good for him. That's what you need for Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs, you can call him a drama queen, whatever you want to call him, but he's a guy. He is the guy on that team. He is that number 1 receiver, and he proved it yesterday. Sorry. Well, this comes out tomorrow, so Sunday. It proved why he's the number 1 receiver on Sunday. All right, Broncos 31, Bears 28. We are not the worst team in the league. Whew, that was... It was crazy. It was crazy. I don't think the Broncos have a sense of urgency. That's what I've noticed from watching them the last couple weeks. They don't have a sense of urgency. They're just out there just dilly-dallying. That defense got me riled up when I was watching the game. I was riled up. I was like, what are we doing? We're letting Justin Fields throw the ball everywhere and anywhere he wants. Good for the Bears, FYI. I'm gonna play both sides here. I'm happy the Broncos won, but good for the Bears for letting Justin out of the cage. Let him out of the cage. You see what he does when he's out of the cage? Keep doing that. I still have hope in Justin Fields. Is he the franchise guy? I don't think so. But nevertheless, let him out of the cage. Let him out of the cage. When this game was going on and we went down, what was it, 21-7? Something like that. I tweeted out, blow it all up. And I am still in favor of that. I think we need to blow it all up. Go get me Caleb. Go get me Caleb Williams. I would love that. I would love Caleb Williams. Love, love, love Caleb Williams. Here's the thing. Just an FYI, I did see the game, and I think it was 21-7. I went to FanDuel, and I was like, oh, I just want to see what the line is. Money line, plus 1,300 live. I should have took it. I even looked at it. I put the money in. I was like, nah, they're not going to win, and deleted it. I'm mad at myself for that because I should have more money in my account. But you know what? We live and we learn, okay? Back to the game. Russ isn't the problem. Let me rephrase that. He's not the big problem anymore. Right now, through 4 games, Russ has the third best passer rating behind Brock Purdy, 49ers offense, Kyle Shanahan, good for you, and Josh Allen. Through 4 games, he has little over 1,000 yards, 9 TDs, and 2 interceptions. He's on pace for 4,300, 38 TDs, and 8 interceptions. I'll take that any day of the week. If we're winning football games, I'll take that. Those are good numbers. Those are good numbers. I don't know if it's the defense. I don't know if us Denver fans are being too hard on the team, which I think we are. I think that's what fandom is about. When they lose, you point out their flaws. But I just can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger on it. Because we start slow, we continue to play slow, and then this game we just happen to pick it up really quick. Last week, started slow, played slow, and just shut the bed. I don't know if it's the defense. I don't know if it's Van Joseph. I don't know what it is, but there's something off. There's something murky. I do believe that Sean Payton is trying to change the culture in that building. I do believe that. I have to believe it. Even if he's not. I have to believe it. It's frustrating because should we have beat the Dolphins? Probably not. They hung 70 on us. Good for you. Should we beat the Dolphins? No. Should we beat the Commanders? I would say yes. we beat the Bears. We should have. Oh, looking back at this Raiders team, I thought the Raiders might be decent this year, but they're poo poo. Okay, they're poo poo. We should have beat the Raiders. Okay, should have beat the Raiders. Realistically, should have beat the Commanders. Fine, Dolphins. So we should be 3-1. Let's just say that we should be 3-1 because the game shouldn't have been this close with the Bears, but it was, and we won. Don't be mad about it. I just don't want to do it anymore. I don't know if I want to keep smashing the blow it up all button or try to ride this out. Personally, I want to blow it all up just to get new face, get a facelift. Let's restart. Let's build it back up. I trust in Sean Payton. So, yeah. There's a rumor going around about Justin Fields. If they continue to lose, let me pull it up real quick. If Justin Fields and the Bears continue to struggle throughout the season, the Bears will explore trade options for Fields. The Falcons are one of the teams that may be keeping their eyes on. I don't hate that. I honestly don't. Bears, I don't know. Bears do have the first pick right now and the second pick because they traded picks with Carolina last year. So they have 1 and 2. They could easily go get Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. and live with that. I'd be so happy if I was a Bears fan and I was looking at that right now. Sure, your season stinks right now. It's going to stink. It's going to get worse. They haven't won a game in over a year. But it's just like Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. Come on. How can you pass that up? You can't. So if I was a Bears fan, good for you. But you still caught the L. Whatever. Bears, let Justin Fields out of the cage. Look what he does when he's out of the cage. Okay? Get him on the run. Get him doing that stuff. Ravens, 28, Browns, 3. I got a couple notes here. Maybe Deshaun Watson is actually a good player. Or he's better than who was his backup. I don't even know who his backup was. I had it on that game. I didn't have watch it. I had 2 screens going right there. Didn't have it on. I caught some red zone plays, but it was mainly Lamar. Lamar is really good. Confirmed. Lamar is really good. He looked really good. Did a lot of points for me in fantasy, so we're good there. Yeah, 28-3 Ravens. They're killing it. Deshaun Watson's shoulder hurt. He got hurt his shoulder or something like that this past week. I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a difference. I mean, they got 3 points. I don't know. Steelers, 6. Texans, 30. Are the Steelers bad? I think they're bad. And Mike Tomlin, I'm very nervous about this because, that whole, he's never had a season under 500. He's never had a season under 500. Is he on the hot seat? I can't tell. I know Kenny Pickett got hurt. Prayers up to Kenny Pickett. But are the Steelers bad? I can't tell. Because they had that game, what was it, Sunday, Monday night? They won. They looked good. They looked good that night. Or are the Texans frisky? Frisky good? Back-to-back weeks, they're putting up 30 points. Is CJ Stroud, right now, he's the best rookie quarterback, in my opinion. He's the best rookie quarterback in this class. I can't tell if the Texans are playing some poop teams, but they beat the Jags. The Jags are not a poop team. I can't tell. Good for the Texans. 30 and 37 last week. Steelers got to figure it out. I need to trade Najee Harris off my fantasy team. I can't figure this one out. I think the Steelers are poop, and I think the Texans are trending upwards. Let's say that. The Texans are trending up. Back-to-back weeks, they're trending up to the good status, or frisky good status. I don't know if you put Mike Tomlin on the hot seat. I know they've had like 3 coaches in the last 60, 70 years or something like that. I trust Mike Tomlin. It'd be cool for him to get out of Pittsburgh, personally, just to see what he does with other teams. I don't know what anyone would take Mike Tomlin in a heartbeat. It's just a matter of if Pittsburgh's willing to actually let him go, which I don't think they are. I don't think they ever will, at least for another few years. But yeah, that was an interesting game. Prayers up to Kenny Pickett again. Vikings 21, Panthers 13. Vikings on the board with their first win. Good for you, Vikings fans. Good for you, Vikings fans. I was nervous watching this game. I was very nervous about it because the Vikings did not look good. They had those comeback victories last year. Like I said last episode, they used all their good karma for the last 20 years on that last season that didn't mean anything. You got to the playoffs. Good for you. This year, you actually have to win games. You can't just rely on miracles to happen week in and week out. I think the Vikings are a middle-of-the-road team. They haven't proven anything to me. I don't know what to do about them. They're always one of those weird ones where, like, am I going to get a good Kirk Cousins game? Am I going to get a massive Justin Fields game? Or are they just going to shit the bed? This week, they somehow won. The Panthers are not good. I think I'm still a believer in Bryce Young. I have to be. We have the same name. He hasn't looked good since the season started. Now, it is only week 4. I'm hoping he takes progression. You see it a little bit at a time. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but you kind of just want to get through this season with Bryce Young and hope he just goes in the film room 24/7 for the next off season. I'm still a believer, like I said, but it's not looking good for the Panthers. It's not looking good for the Panthers. So another stat that came across, Kirk Cousins is 19-0 in October. 19-0 in October. Isn't that crazy? 19 in his career, not just like the last couple of years. In his career, he is 19-0 in October. Now that stat coming out tells me that they're going to lose next week. So fade the Vikings next week. Yeah, Vikings 21, Panthers 13. What are you going to do? Good for you, Vikings fans. First win. Join that Broncos. We're on a similar track record right now. Rams 29, Colts 23. Colts are frisky. I will say that. Colts, for a bottom tier team, they are frisky. They know how to play from behind. They know how to play at home, too. They are really good at home. They use that home field advantage to their advantage. I don't know if the dome was closed or open. I saw it. Jim Irsay tweeted out. I think it was closed. Anthony Richardson, is electric. Cam Newton 2.0. I finally see it. He is definitely Cam Newton 2.0. Now, take that how you want. He's a freak athlete. Cam had a good career. You can be happy with it if you're a Colts fan. Richard is electric. Rams. Middle of the road team, I think, in my opinion. Excluding that they are 500, 2-2. I think they're middle road. They're going to be here all year. Tough team. The line was +1 for the Rams. I hammered the Rams. Now, granted, they almost lost this. They win an OT. But it didn't make any sense to me. You're telling me the Colts at home with Anthony Richardson, maybe no Cooper Kupp, that's why? No Cam Akers, who cares? He didn't do anything for them. You still have Matthew Stafford and Aaron Donald on your team. That should account for something. I took the Rams, like I said. Puka Nacua is really good. He's really good. It's going to be exciting for this offense to finally start clicking when Cooper Kupp comes back, which I think he's practicing this week. So if you got Cooper on one side, Puka Nacua on the other side, he's balling out right now. You can't stop him. I mean, he had the game-winning touchdown. So good for the Rams. They're getting healthy. That defense, in my mind, is a little suspect, but that's neither here nor there. You have Aaron Donald. That's fine. But that secondary. Anyways, Bucks 26, Saints 9. Baker is a dog, and he's back. Baker's a dog, and he's back. This team has bought into Baker, which I love. I think Baker is a guy. And the Saints are poop. Those are my two headlines right there. Baker is a dog. Saints are poop. I thought getting Derek Carr would have changed this team a little bit. It hasn't. I don't know if you guys ever saw this video. It was it was before the season started. Saints have the easiest record by far in the NFL. And Derek Carr has been around the league long enough. We kind of know what Derek Carr is. We kind of know that he's going to go out there, win you some games, probably lose you some games too. But you have a good offense. You got Chris Olave, young receiver who's a dog. Michael Thomas, I don't know how we feel about Michael Thomas, but he's very injury prone. I wouldn't be shocked. I need to take him, need to get rid of him. Not me, not the Saints. He's on my fantasy team. And you got Alvin Kamara, who came back this last week. And you score 9 points. 9 points. 3 field goals. Really? I like that the Bucs have bought into Baker. I like that. I think Baker deserves it. I think that organization and that team kind of have bought in that they might win this division. So that's pretty cool. But the fact that he's kind of getting a new lease on life, on his quarterback life. I know he bounced around a few times. If he keeps playing like this, the Bucs are going to extend him, which I'm cool with. Because Baker's probably, I don't know where you want to rank him, but I mean, I like Baker. I've never not liked Baker. He had that killer game against the Broncos last year. He dropped 45 on us in LA. So I don't know. The Saints, very suspect. I don't know if they've scored over 21 points this year, which is sad to say. Been there. But Derek Carr, here, silver lining. Derek Carr was hurt. I thought they were going to start Jameis, which I would have been cool with. I don't know how serious that shoulder injury is. Obviously, it's not that serious if he played today. I think you just got to get right. I think you just got to get in the lab. I think he's got to go crank some film out. I like Derek Carr. I think he's better than people think he is. You know? Next game, Commanders 31, Eagles 34 in overtime. I had the Eagles minus 8.5. That sucked. Commanders looked okay. Commanders played pretty good. The Eagles played average. They played down to the competition. The Commanders, good team. Are they the best team? No. Are they going to go in there and do what they did to the Eagles? I think they could do that week in and week out. Maybe not week in and week out, but they'll do it quite a bit. I do think the Eagles are good. Again, I think they played down. I think they kind of I don't know. I don't think of this Eagles team. In the beginning of the season, I said they had a great year last year. They made it to the Super Bowl, obviously, but I didn't think that was possible. Maybe not possible, but I don't think it's hard to repeat. It's hard to repeat and do that. I still like them. I don't know if they're getting past the 49ers this year. A healthy 49ers, excuse me. So, I don't know. Good for the Eagles. Still undefeated. But, yeah, I don't know. That was a weird game. Commanders, pretty good. Pretty good. They might be frisky and make the playoffs. Maybe. They're better than the Giants in that division. Easily. Bengals, 3. Titans, 27. Bengals fans, are you okay? Are the Bengals good? Are the Bengals bad? I don't know. I don't think the Titans are good at all. So the fact that they only scored 3 points. I think Joe threw for like 160 yards. Joe Burrow's not healthy. Let's just say that right now. He's not healthy. He's not moving around in that pocket. He's got cement feet right now. Are they good? I don't know if this is a ploy to. Maybe it's not a ploy. Let me rephrase that. It's not a ploy. It's one of those things where it's like, do you count them out so bad? Right now, I'm counting them out. I really am. In my head, what are they, 1-3? I'm nervous. Let me say that. I'm nervous. If I am a Bengals fan, or if I'm even on that team, I am looking at Joe like, brother, let's get healthy. Take a week off. Go just rehab for a week. Tell me you won't feel better after that. That offense is not doing anything. And I got Joe Mixon on my fantasy team. I know I keep bringing up fantasy, but that's how annoying it is to me. I do have Christian McCaffrey in one of my leagues, but we'll get there. Bengals 3. Good for the Titans. Derrick Henry had a good game. They ran it down their throat. I'm just still not a Titans believer. I'm a doubter. The Titans are not good. They're frisky. If you want me to give them a compliment, they're frisky. they might beat some teams. Like they beat the Bengals, but I don't think the Bengals are good right now. I mean, they lost to the Saints. They lost, or did they beat the Saints? I don't fucking remember. It was a close game with the Saints. And I think the Saints are not looking good either. Good for the Titans, bad for the Bengals. And I mean bad for the Bengals. Not just like a little slap on the wrist. I mean, lock them up. They might be down and out for the count. It sucks because we do put expectations on these teams that are always deep in the playoffs, and when they have franchise quarterbacks, it sucks to see them only hang up 3 points and they're 1-3. It's trending down. I don't know the Bengals schedule. I mean, we can look real quick. It's not looking good for the Bengals. I'm a Jamar Chase fan. I'm a Joe Burrow fan. I'm not trying to trash him. I just think that his health is very important to obviously the team. And shout out Jamar for probably the best quote, one of those Chad Johnson quotes, like saying "I'm always open." He said, "I have it written down somewhere. Where's it at? I'm always fucking open." That's what he said to the reporter. Good for. I mean, that's what you love. You love that. Hello? Yeah, I'm always open. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's just run through the next few games. Bengals at Cardinals. Cardinals are frisky. Seahawks at Bengals. We'll see the Seahawks play Giants tonight. Seahawks aren't a bad team. Bengals at 49ers. Bills at Bengals. Texans at Bengals. Oh, my goodness. Steelers at Bengals. Jags, Colts, Vikings, Steelers, Chiefs, Browns. Oh, that is a tough schedule. I don't know. I really don't know. That's a tough schedule right there. If Joe's calf is not healthy, if it's not 100%, dude, just take a week off. Just take a week off. Have just a solid game plan to go in and beat the Cardinals. Take a week off, rehab it like a mother. You know what I'm saying? And then come back. I want to see you move around. I don't want to see you have concrete shoes in the pocket. I don't know. Good for the Titans, though. Hey, good for you. Titans fans, good for you. I still think you're poop, but that's neither here nor there. Raiders 17, Chargers 24. No Jimmy G. Raiders are also kind of poop. I said it earlier. I just don't think they're good. I'm not a Jimmy G believer. I think Jimmy G is a bottom tier quarterback. Good looking man. He is a great looking man. He could go out and get any woman he wanted or whatever you want. But nevertheless, the Raiders are not good. Josh McDaniels needs to live and die in Foxborough. That's just what needs to happen. I'm glad he got another chance to coach, but it's just not working out. I don't know. Devontae Adams got injured during this game. He came back because he's a dog. I love Devontae. It was a rib injury. I just don't know what you want to do with the Raiders. In my opinion, they're the fourth worst team in that division, the AFC West. I mean, are the Chargers number 2? We'll get there, but I am not. This Chiefs team is not it. We'll get there, but I think it's Raiders, Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs right now. Maybe the Chiefs. I don't know, but Khalil Mack had 6 sacks on the day. Fucking crazy. Try double teaming or triple teaming him, huh? Because when he's just getting free releases at the backfield, he's gonna hit it the quarterback. I don't even know who the Raiders quarterback was today. He was in hell with Khalil Mack. He has to find Khalil Mack and be like, hey, block him. I need you to run to the line and block him. But he's telling that to his running back because that offensive line wasn't doing shit for him. Nothing. Crazy. Herbert has a fractured finger. We saw that. He came out with a little splint on his hand. It's his non-throwing hand. Praise the Lord. But that's something to kind of keep your eye on because when you throw the ball, you kind of need 2 hands. You can put it on your palm and kind of rest it there, but I mean, it'll be interesting. I don't know who they play next week. Maybe that's, hey, this finger's kind of serious. Let me get a week off. Maybe. I don't know. I do like the Chargers. No Mike Williams kind of sucks. Quentin Johnson, I hope he comes in and kind of fills that role of Mike Williams. Palmer had a good game. Keenan Allen had a good game. No Austin Eckler still. I don't know. There's that rumor. I mean, Austin Eckler and Saquon were the leaders of that running back off-season stuff. There was a rumor going around that they are. I don't want to say this, but they're faking injuries to kind of prove how valuable they are. Those are both top 5 running backs in the league, in my opinion. Austin Eckler is a very smart man too. So is Saquon. Next game, yeah, Raiders, Chargers trending upward. Pats 3, Dallas 38. The Pats stink. They are poop. I think they might be one of the worst teams in the league. If they are, when the NFL power rankings come out from the NFL, they better be 30 or 31. I think the Bears are going to sit at 32. But they better be down there. They better be down there. I don't even know. This is one of the America's Game of the Week. They got smacked. They absolutely got smacked. Dallas is good. Let me rephrase that. Dallas is are they good or pretty good? I think they're good just because of that defense. That offense, I don't know if it's still... I like Dak. I think he's good. I think he's above average. Can he win the big games, though? Some reporter asked him a question. What about that interception last week? He said, are you trying to piss me off? Because you did it. They play the 49ers next week. I think it's in San Fran. I don't know. I think the 49ers might wax them. I think that Dallas defense is legit. Micah Parsons, I know he had a little injury right there at the end of the game, but you don't need him when you're playing the Pats because they stink. I think anyone can beat the Pats right now. I don't think Mac Jones is the guy. This was the season to really find out. He got benched for Bailey Zappi, I think it was. He is not the guy. Get him out of town. Let him be a backup the rest of his life. I don't know. He just hasn't panned out. He hasn't panned out. I don't think that offensive line's good either. But it feels like every time he's looking to throw the ball, he's freaking out. He's just shaking in his boots. Not the guy. And I think that's official. I think we're officially there. Sure, they might win a few games here and there. But Mac Jones is not the guy. Just not. Let's see. Yeah, I got that. Cards 16, 49ers 35. Christian McCaffrey had 4 touchdowns on my fantasy team. No big deal. I still lost because I only scored 145 and the other team scored 180 plus. But no big deal. 4 tutties. Honestly, I don't see anyone stopping the 49ers right now. I want to know what their line is for Super Bowl odds. They got to be toward the top, if not at the top. They showed why they're the best team in the league. I mean, Brock Purdy has the highest QBR in the fucking league. Just because Kyle Shanahan hasn't making easy throws. And we have Christian McCaffrey standing next to you who can run up the middle, off the tackle, or get a toss outside and catch the ball out of the backfield. You're almost impossible to beat. And that defense is so legit if they stay healthy. If Brock Purdy stays healthy, if Christian McCaffrey stays healthy, if Deebo Samuel stays healthy, if George Kittle stays healthy, if Brandon Ayuk stays healthy, if that entire defense stays healthy, I don't see them losing at all. I really don't. Maybe week 17, 18 when they clinch the first seed and they don't need to play any of their starters and they have a first round bye, get them 2-3 weeks off. I really don't. That Dallas game, I think we're going to find out a lot about that Dallas game because are we going to see that Dallas game and see the Dallas team and see the Cowboys kind of hang in there and fight for their life? Because let's see where it's at. I think it's in San Fran, but we're going to find out a lot about this next game because this 49ers entire team, offense and defense, that freaking good? Or is Dallas's defense that good and hold that Kyle Shanahan offense to, it's in San Fran. Sunday night. Ooh, what was the line? Ooh, let's see the line. San Fran 3.5. I like San Fran in that. I know that Dallas defense is good. I know Micah Parsons is a dog. That team is so freaking good. And do you want me to say it? I think I trust Brock Purdy more than I trust Dak Prescott. In that situation, at home, under the lights, no really pressure on Brock. I mean, you just got to play average good ball. Dak's got to play good, really good ball, So yeah, that'll be the games next Sunday. We'll get our picks in again next episode. But last game of the day, Chiefs 23, Jets 20. Mahomes, scumbag move, man. Scumbag move. Hey, I'm talking to you. Mahomes, scumbag move, man. I had you minus 7.5. You slide. I get it. I understand it. You need the first down. But what's the worst thing that happened if you put the ball over the... Just reach for it. Just score the touchdown. I do think the refs had a little bit of... The refs did not call those holding calls for a reason. They wanted the Chiefs to win. Taylor Swift. Mahomes just scumbag, okay? I know I'm bouncing around, but Mahomes, you're a scumbag for not scoring that ball. I get it. But you'd be up 10. You're telling me Zach Wilson... I'll get to Zach Wilson. You're telling me Zach Wilson can come down and score 10 points in a matter of, 2 minutes? No shot. The Stars were out tonight. Last night at the game. Sunday night. Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds. I'm a big Ryan Reynolds fan. Blake Lively, his wife, and Taylor Swift. In my opinion, Taylor Swift is at the bottom of that list. She's at the bottom of that list. In my opinion, I think it's Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Blake Lively, T Swift. Blake Lively hasn't fallen off an inch. I know just from seeing it on Twitter, I know they've had a couple kids. Blake Lively hasn't fallen off an inch. In my humble opinion, T Swift is at the bottom of that list. Hugh Jackman, mid 50s, looks great. Ryan Reynolds, one of the most gorgeous guys I think I've ever seen. I'll say it. Fine. I'll say it. T Swift is at the bottom of the list. Taylor Swift and Swifties are entering the league at an enormous and alarming rate. I don't know whether this relationship is legit or not. It'd be cool if it was, because I am a Travis Kelce fan. But man, it is getting annoying. I saw something that the Chiefs were 2-0 thanks to Swifties on the NFL page or something like that. It was a bad look. They got pushback from it, so they took it down. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this anymore. It's cool. I like seeing the celebs, especially Taylor Swift is just throwing the numbers off. I don't know. Enough with the Chiefs. Scumbag move. Patrick Mahomes, I had you minus 7.5. Thanks, man. Thanks. The Jets. Defense is legit. Okay? Defense is legit. Here's what I'll say. Zach Wilson's growing on me a lot. He's growing on me. Watching that game last night, me and my buddy were texting. We're like at halftime. If this isn't a close game, let's play some video games. You know what I'm saying? But Zach Wilson, he's growing on me. He made some really, really good throws, some back shoulder throws, some check down throws, some get the ball out of your hand kind of throws because you got someone in your face. He's growing on me. And the way it was a video that came out after they lost, because he did fumble the snap at the end of the game that cost them the game. The lip reader professionals were like, "It's on me, bro. I lost us this game." He said, "Me and us." That is a quarterback move. That is what veteran leadership does. So shout out Aaron Rodgers. I said this before. I'll say it again. Aaron Rodgers might go down as the best protege ever, or not. No. Not protege. Not the best mentorship. I'm looking for a word. I'm looking for the Star Wars word. It's going to bother me. But he's going to go down as one of the best leaders ever at the quarterback position as a mentor. Because you look at Jordan Love, he's making crazy throws. He's definitely leading that locker room from the front. You got Zach Wilson. You can kind of see his attitude starting to change. He's making those throws. I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers is coaching him up. He's coaching him up. I don't know if... Maybe not. Man, I'm pulling this out of my ass. Maybe not. But I think Aaron Rodgers in the film rooms with Zach Wilson saying, "Hey, man, put the ball here, sell this fake, sell that fake, get it out of your hands," all this kind of stuff. He'll go down as the best mentors ever to play. Ever to play. I don't know. It still bothers me. And then Rodney Harrison said something about garbage Zach Wilson. Like, come on, man. We're not doing that. He's in the league. Yeah, he had one really good throw at a combine. But last night, I saw a lot of good throws. Okay, I saw a lot of good throws from Zach Wilson. I will say that. Is he the guy? Let's find out in a couple years. If I was the Jets, I saw a lot of things last night that I liked about Zach Wilson, and I'm okay having him hang around. I'm okay with having him hang around. Learn from Aaron. Fine. Learn from Aaron for what? 2 years? Then Aaron can retire peacefully. Maybe 3. I don't know. It's a very interesting situation that we have upon ourselves in the Jets. But the rumor was, I was watching the Pat McAfee show today. Adam Schefter was on there, and he was like, do you think Aaron's going to come back? And Schefter's like, well, that's the news around the league. Everyone wants to see him come back, but the Jets got to hang in there. You damn right they do. They got to hang in there. What are they, 1-3? If Zach Wilson plays like that consistently, they might make a wild card spot. They might make a wild card spot. I put a lot of might on that might. So, yeah. Other things. That was the weekend. That was football through and through. I think I don't know if I have anything football in here related. Other things. Other headlines, non-sports related. We got the Las Vegas Sphere opened with U2, which I'm a fan of U2. I think it'd be cool to see them. It looks crazy. The Sphere looks crazy. Even when they showed the outsidings of it, and it's, they can put anything on that screen on the outside of it. The one negative. When I'm at a concert, I want to be slamming beers. I want to be dancing around. I want to have a good time. It's not a show atmosphere. It's more of a concert atmosphere. Or vice versa. Embrace debate. What's a show? What's a concert? But it's more of a, let's hang out, have a good time. Maybe have a couple drinks, but no, kind of just vibe out. Because, I saw the video that morning after U2 played, and I was looking at the screen. I'm like, are they outdoors? Are they outdoors at a concert? And then they start panning around, and it's like, oh, this is the Sphere. I know I read the caption, and it said Sphere, but still, I was like, oh my gosh, that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Would love to go to a concert or a show at a Sphere, which one I'm going to call it. I think it's more of a show since that screen is so there. And if you put good visuals behind it, that's a show. Concerts, let's get it hammered and let's drink as much as we can, dance around, sing all the songs. And yeah, I saw Adele play there the night after, I think it was. That would be cool. Oh, also, LeBron James the Sphere's in Vegas, so I think he had a live where he was picking games and all that kind of stuff. Bron's the GOAT, just FYI. But it was funny that I think he parlayed the Browns and the Steelers and did not end up well. Europe won the Ryder Cup. Congrats, Europe. Who cares? We saved you in World War II. That's all I got to say. Brady walked out with Drake in Miami. Tom Brady. GOAT. I think it's kind of funny the way Drake does this. Like, yeah, he's going to perform. He's got to walk through the crowd. He's got to make his entrance. I think it's cool, and I think he has a different guest every night he performs. Brady's got to be at the top of the list. I know Bron walked out with him. I know DJ Khaled held that sign. Like, I got 2 new Drake songs on my album. It was just cool to see because anytime Tom Brady's in the news, you gotta talk about it. Maybe not every time, but Portland. Dame's in Milwaukee now. Portland is trading Drew Holiday to Boston. Trading Drew Holiday to Boston. They got rid of Marcus Smart. They got rid of Robert Williams these are all the players that left. Robert Williams, Marcus Smart. Those are the biggest ones. Grant Williams. There was another one. Oh, Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon, you can say, had his games in the playoffs for sure. Marcus Smart's a dog. I like Grant Williams. I think he's a good player, young player. Losing Rob, I think, kind of hurts. This is what doesn't make any sense to me. I'm cool with Drew Holiday. I'm cool with keeping Tatum. Cool with keeping Brown. You're gonna hang your hat on Kristaps Porzingis. I don't like that. Hanging your hat on Kristaps Porzingis is not the right move. It is not the right move. The guy is lucky if he plays 60 games all year. Lucky if he plays 60 games. And I mean lucky. You got a good young core. You got Drew, you got Tatum, you got Brown. You need those 3 guys. But now you lost Rob, who catches lobs and blocks. I think Kristaps can do both, but not as good as Robert Williams. Don't think so. So I think in that department they went down. I'm excited for NBA season. We had NBA Media Day today. Jimmy Butler was trolling. He straightened his hair, and I mean straightened it. Painted his nails black, had some piercings put in. He's like, this is how I feel emotionally. He's just trolling. He's a clown. I think it was funny because he had the dreads in last year. He put fake dreads in his hair last year. Mr. Beast getting a jersey patch on the Hornets. Good for Mr. Beast. I want to know how much money he's getting out of this entire deal. I want to know how much it costs to put your own name on an NBA franchise's jersey. Absolutely crazy. Jokic is the best. Let's just talk about it real quick. The Nuggets, they're getting back to work. He walked into media day like, I'm back in America. I got to go to work now. It kind of sucks. Like, this guy is so talented at basketball, so amazingly talented at basketball. And he's just walking in like, I got to go to work. Just got to be the best player in the world. It's what I have to do. Instead of just watching his horse race all day. It is hilarious to watch. Hilarious. I'm so glad he's a Denver Nugget. The media asked him, do you know who Deion Sanders is? He says, no idea. Sorry. Awesome. When he truly leaves here, he doesn't know what's going on. Also, Nike, drop the merch. Drop the no joke merch. Drop it. I want the hat. I want the hoodie. Drop it. He has no idea what's going on in Colorado right now. He doesn't know anything, which I love. I'm cool with that. Come out here and play basketball and then go home. And then just kind of blow some smoke. AD says Anthony Davis wants to play 82 games this year. Okay, bro. Okay. Yeah, okay. I want to play 82 games this year too. Bro. What is... I just laughed when I saw that. And then what else? He said something else. He's like, here it is. Anthony Davis has a message for the Denver Nuggets. It was just a lot of talking. We get it. Y'all won. But me and Braun had some conversations. We can't wait to play them. Okay. There's 82 games in the season. When we play in the playoffs, we'll play you for real. That's all I got to say. You can run your mouth all you want during the regular season. Doesn't mean a thing. Doesn't mean a thing in my book. Go ahead. I don't care. Spark the fire. I'm cool with that. Light it up. I don't care. AD. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I will say this to AD. He played Jokic pretty good in the playoffs. That's fine. But y'all got swept. You got swept. And then Braun considered retirement to take the limelight off of him about getting swept. Changed my mind. That's all I'm saying. AD, I hope you play 82 games. And I can't wait for you to come to Denver either. Can't wait for you to come to... Oh, I see. I'm getting fired up about it. I love it. Basketball's here. I love basketball season. Love it. I love football season, but when they both collide, man, this is the shit I love. I live for this shit. I love it. And then the last thing, baseball playoffs are here. Nice. I don't know who's in the playoffs. I like baseball playoffs. I really do. I really like baseball playoffs. You can feel the energy. You can just feel it. I'm not going to watch the wild card. I can tell you that much. I might catch some highlights. When it's close to the World Series, that's when I'll start watching. Then we'll go from there. That's it. I mean, we've been going for a while. That is it. That is page 4 right there. Page 4. A lot of shit. A lot of good shit, though. I love all this shit. Okay? Let's get better this week. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep going. That's the show. Like, subscribe. All of it. Goodbye. Goodbye.